Hey, good Sunday morning. This is Brady, West Louisiana Bee Farm. And look, it's February 2nd, early Sunday morning, and I am heading out to do what I have been excited about doing this year, and it is baiting my swarm traps. I've got about 16 of them out, covering about three or four different parishes. For those not from Louisiana, that's what we call our counties here. They're parishes. And got a lot of miles to cover today. I'm super excited about getting these things baited up. And the reason that I'm doing it today, which I had already intended on doing it today, I've been planning this for a couple of weeks, but I know it seems kind of early for a lot of people, and for a lot of people it is extremely early. Our swamp maples have been blooming like crazy, and that's really our first pollen producer, and that's what gets our queens triggered in this part of the country to start laying and building up the colonies. So this has been going on for 2 or 3 weeks, and I noticed that yesterday around my bee farm that the swarm traps that I keep set out year round around my place, the scout bees were really checking them out. I mean, really checking them out. And so I know that means they're getting prepared. They may not be ready to swarm yet, and I haven't opened my hives to see if I have any swarm cells, but I know that they're getting prepared, and they're probably getting ready to, it won't be long, I'll be catching swarms. So I wanted today, because Sunday's really the only day of the week that I actually take off and go out and do stuff like this. So I'm gonna get it done today. I'm gonna bring you around to a few of the swarm traps and just kind of show you the areas that I've got them set in. I did not check a lot of these areas for bees. I picked a good area where I thought that there was going to be a good nectar flow, and that's usually down here. That's usually good enough. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep you updated periodically throughout the year. Anytime I catch a swarm, I'll be making a new video. But this video today is just to show you where I have my traps set, and that way you can kind of follow along throughout the year as I come back. I'll be coming back every 2 weeks and rebaiting them and checking them. So you'll be able to follow along. If you go to my website, where there are different categories on the website, this will be categorized under swarm trapping, I think is what the label on it is. So anyway, go check that out and follow along. I appreciate you watching the video, and I will be back in just a second. Bye. Okay, we're at swarm trap. This is actually swarm trap number 5 where I'm at, and there it is hanging on the tree. We have a road right over here, and then right over here there is a creek. This is an area that floods, but man, it is beautiful down here. You can see for a long ways. A lot of hollow trees in this area. Right across the road, just inside the tree line over there, there's a huge tree with a hole in it. And we have, let me show you this. I can't remember what these are called. I'm sure you can come up with your own name, but what they're actually called, there's several of them. There's one right here, and then here is another one. Here's another one. Look at this. This is one. I just can't think of what they're called right now. It'll come to me in a little bit, but they're all through here, and these are heavy nectar producing. Well, that one's actually dead, but these are good nectar sources. So with the combination of these, and man, that's a son of a gun, with these kind of trees, and all the hollow trees, there's a lot of swamp cedar, I said it again, didn't I? Swamp maple. down here. If I run across one, I'll show you the blooms. And so this is, I didn't check it out for bees, but I know that this is a really good area as far as all the components that the bees need. So let me get this trap baited up and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, and because I already had somebody ask me this morning, I'm going to show you, they asked me what I used and how I can get that to focus, how I baited my swarm traps. So I just use this really high-tech piece of equipment. It is a Q-tip. Okay, and let's see if I can do this with one hand. This is the lemongrass oil that I use. It is 100% pure. It smells wonderful. And I just put a couple of drops on either end. That was about 3 or 4 drops. All right. And then I take the hole and I'll swab a little bit in that hole on the wood. And then I'll take my Q-tip, set it there in the door, and give it a little thump. If it doesn't go all the way in, I'll shove it all the way in. Bees that pass by, they'll smell it and they'll move in. Now this is a Kenyan top bar swarm trap. A lot of people talk about how small my swarm traps are, but I'll tell you what, they're more volume than a meter box, water meter box that we have here. And I can't tell you how many swarms have moved into water meters here in the local area. A lot of people say, oh, that's because they have Africanized genes, but I don't know. I work my bees with or without a bee suit, so I can't really say that I totally agree with that. Could be true, but I don't have a problem. My bees aren't the gentlest bees in the world, unless I add outside genetics from other bees, from other bee raisers. But it is what it is, and I'm trying to calm them down a little bit, but still I work them without a suit most of the time. Let's go back over here. I want to show you this tree. I didn't show you this a minute ago when we were looking at it, but as you can see, I don't know if you can tell or not, huge hole in that tree. May even be bees in it. It's kind of cool this morning. They won't be moving around. All right, now let's go to the next one. Oh, I just thought I'd share this kind of cool old place. And you go back across the road, there's an old barn back up here. I just thought it was cool. All right, another beautiful spot. We are in Kisatchie Forest, Kisatchie National Forest, and the swarm trap's going to be right over here somewhere. So let's go check it out. All right, swarm trap number 9. Nobody's home. So, like right here is the road coming in, goes on up that hill. And then back down here was the creek. Beautiful oak trees. Let's get this thing baited and get to the next one. Right, here's another swarm trap we're about to check. Another beautiful spot. The only problem is I know that there are bees in this area. I did see bees in this area, probably half a mile up the road here. And but the last time I came out, as you might can make it out on this video, they did a control burn through here for hundreds, if not thousands, of acres on this side of the road were burned out. And but you go over here to this side of the road and they didn't burn it. So here's what we got. We have a trail going through right here, crosses the road, and it goes on down. And then we've got the road that continues on. This is a property line through here. And the other side of those pink ribbons is private property or company land, but this right here where I'm standing is still on the National Forest, and the road goes back this way. I'm pointing that out because the bees, what I've been told, I don't know if it's true or not, but they like to travel, use our right-of-ways to navigate. So Swarm Trap is right up here in the woods by my car. Let's go check it out. Oops. Well, show you what happened. I don't know if you can see that, but apparently this box was too heavy for 2 screws. So I'll be here a minute trying to figure out how to fix this, but there are no bees in it. That's kind of a good thing right now. So I'm going to fix this and put it back up and bait it, and then we're going to head on to the next swarm trap. Alright, honeybee swarm trap number 8 is back up and together, kind of. Well, so now she's baited up. Show you, we're still at the same one that was on the ground. It's not exactly waterproof anymore. Next time I come and check it, I'll bring maybe some Visqueen or something and put over the top of it just to waterproof it. It's probably waterproof enough. Bees may not mind. They may seal it off with propolis. The top bars in here are really tight. I had to beat one of them, the last one in. So they're really tight. It's probably not going to be a problem. If I come back next time and it's full of bees, I'm just taking it out of here anyway. So yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, here we are at swarm trap number 3. It's just inside these woods over here. And I kid you not, when I stepped out of my car, as soon as I opened the door, when I went to step out, a honeybee was hovering right there in front of me to greet me. She must have picked up on the lemongrass oil on my fingers or something. So that tells me that they're moving. It's warmed up. It's probably getting close to 70 degrees right now, maybe 65-ish. Let's go check this trap. So here it is. I thought with that bee greeting me, I might luck up. But I'm not seeing any guard bees, so I'm going to assume that she's empty. Alright. Swarm trap number 3. I'm going to get it baited up and we'll go to the next one. Alright, we're at trap number 14, I think is what this one is. Still in Kisatchie National Forest. You got a power line going this way, back this way. You got a highway right over here, and then of course this road. Like I said, the bees like to travel along our right-of-ways, and the swarm traps are right over here. Let's go check. There's nothing in it. Yeah, swarm trap number 14. We're going to get it baited up and head to the next one. Alright, I messed up. I'm back here at the at my bee farm, and I realized that I never turned the camera back on after the last box we just baited. To me, it's been hours ago. But I did get 10 swarm traps baited today out of about, I don't know, about 21. So, like I said, I'm back at the bee farm, and I got 2 more that I just baited. I'm gonna show you those. This one here and this one here. So they're probably a good 4 feet off the ground, and these are actually the ones that I used last year in this very spot that have convinced me that you don't have to be 20 feet up in a tree. Here in this area, you don't have to be 20 feet up in a tree to have swarms enter into your boxes. Also, you may see right there that I have another one on the edge of the woods. I haven't caught anything on it in that spot, so I'm about to bait it up. And yeah, sorry I didn't show you the rest of them, but I'll be going back in a couple of weeks and we'll be baiting them up again. So I'll keep you updated on my swarm trapping ventures. A lot of my traps today, I noticed, had warped pretty badly. I've got untreated, undimensional sawmill wood that I use to build some of these traps. They're extremely heavy, and they did warp to the point of some of them actually broke screws. They warped so vigorously. So next time I go out, I'll have to be doing some more repairs, I'm sure. Hopefully I'll be going out with other swarm traps to replace the ones that are full. All right, so y'all have a great week, and God loves you. I love you. We're just gonna have a good time beekeeping. Okay, bye.